He wrote him a letter every year, but never sent them. He discovers a box of unopened letters after her passing, or she gives them to him when they finally meet again. This woman wrote him a letter every year for decades, but never sent them. And there's an incredibly sad reason why. It was many years ago, okay? They were just young kids who fell in love, spending most of their days together. However, as time went on, things changed. Because of war, migration, family opposition, or career, they had to go their separate ways. As much as it hurt, they knew that they needed to move on with their lives. For him, it wasn't difficult. He quickly found new people to spend his time with, never giving much thought to his first love. But for her, it was a different story. Even though they lost touch, she couldn't forget him. Not a single day went by that she didn't think about him. For every year on his birthday, or the day they met, she would write him a heartfelt letter pouring out her feelings, but never once did she send them. This continued for many years until she passed away from an illness. Her children were left to clean up her estate. Among her belongings, they found a small box filled with dozens of letters, each one dated, carefully preserved, and clearly addressed to him. At first, they had no idea what the letters were, but then they noticed the name and date on the front of one of the letters. They opened it and began reading. The words were like a punch to the gut. It took him a moment to realize what he was reading. Kay reread the page, trying to make sense of it all. His heart raced as a realization dawned on him. His eyes scanned the neatly written words, each sentence tugging at his heartstrings. As he read through the letter, he felt a whirlwind of emotions: joy, nostalgia, longing, regret, and above all, love. The letter painted a vivid picture of the deep affection she had harbored for him all those years, spoke of cherished memories, unspoken feelings, and a love that had only grown stronger with time. Each line was a testament to the bond they had shared and the impact he had on her life. With trembling hands, he continued reading, lost in the depths of her words. The letter was a journey through her heart, a place he had once inhabited so intimately. It brought back a flood of shared laughter, whispered secrets, and stolen kisses. He could almost feel her presence beside him, her gentle touch and warm embrace enveloping him. The letter was a treasure trove of emotions. It detailed the highs and lows of her life, the joys, the sorrows, the triumphs and tribulations she had experienced. Through it all, his love had been a constant, an anchor that kept her grounded. As he read, he could sense her evolving over the years, her hopes, dreams, and aspirations taking shape in his mind. The letter was a window into her soul, revealing the depths of her character and the richness of her spirit. With each passing word, his heart ached with a mixture of longing and heartache. He realized that despite the years that had passed, she still held a special place for him in her heart. But the love she had described was timeless, transcending the boundaries of distance and the passage of time. As he reached the end of the letter, tears streamed down his face. The final words echoed in his heart, a poignant reminder of the enduring power of love. It was a love that had endured through separation, loss, and the relentless march of time. He sat there for a long time, lost in the labyrinth of memories and emotions awakened by her words. The letter was more than just a collection of words on paper. It was a testament to the enduring power of love, a love that had defied the odds and stood the test of time. He carefully placed the letter back in the box, his fingers lingering on its worn surface. Each letter represented a chapter in her life, a story of love, loss, and resilience. He thought about her, wondering how she was doing, if she had found happiness, if she had moved on. The unanswered questions swirled in his mind, adding to the enigma of her love. He wondered why she had never sent the letters, what thoughts and emotions had driven her to write them. Days turned into weeks, and the box of letters remained on his desk, a constant reminder of the love that had once bound them together. He found himself drawn to it, compelled to uncover the secrets it held. One evening, as the sun cast long shadows, he made a decision. He would read the letters, poring over each word, each sentence, trying to understand the woman she had become. With trembling hands, he opened the next letter, bracing himself for the torrent of emotions that awaited him. Each letter was a puzzle piece, fitting into the larger picture of her life, revealing the complexities of her heart. Some letters spoke of hope and anticipation, while others were filled with sorrow and longing. There were letters of love, of heartbreak, of joy and despair, each one a testament to the depth of her emotions. He learned about her dreams, her fears, and her aspirations, the milestones she had reached and the challenges she had faced. Through her letters, he relived their shared history, the laughter, the joy, and the bittersweet memories of their time together. As he delved deeper into the box of letters, he uncovered a side of her that he had never known. He discovered her innermost thoughts, her deepest desires, and her unwavering strength. The letters were a journey through time, a nostalgic trip down memory lane that brought back a flood of emotions. With each turn of the page, he felt a surge of love and admiration for the remarkable woman she had become. There were letters from her birthdays, each one marking the passage of time and the constancy of her love. The thought that she had carried her love for him for all these years filled him with a mix of awe and tenderness. As he neared the end of the box of letters, the emotions intensified. The final letters were filled with wisdom, acceptance, and a profound sense of peace. It was as if she had known her time was running out and had poured her very essence onto the pages. He read the last letter, his heart heavy with emotion. The words danced before his eyes, each one a brushstroke painting a vivid portrait of her enduring love. He closed the box, tears streaming down his face. The weight of her love, the depth of her affection, the constancy of her heart, it was all too much to bear. In that moment, he felt an overwhelming urge to reach out to her, to tell her how much her love meant to him, to express the emotions that had been stirred within him. But he knew it was too late. The letters were all that remained of her love, a tangible connection to a past he had thought long buried. In the days that followed, he revisited the letters often, finding solace in her words, strength in her resilience, and love in her every word. They became his lifeline, anchoring him to the reality of her undying affection. As time passed, the pain of her absence began to ease, replaced by a deep sense of gratitude. He realized that her love had enriched his life in ways he had never imagined. He thought about their shared past, the dreams they had woven together, the hopes they had nurtured, and the love they had once shared. Memories flooded his mind, bringing a bittersweet smile to his lips. He remembered their first date, the nervous excitement, the stolen glances, and the promise of something special. There were moments of quiet companionship, shared laughter, and the comfort of her presence. As he delved deeper into the recesses of his memory, he unearthed a treasure trove of emotions. There were feelings of longing, of a love that had endured through separation and time. He recalled the day they had said goodbye, the tears, the promises to stay in touch, and the unspoken vows to carry the love they shared in their hearts forever. He thought about the dreams they had whispered to each other, the aspirations, the hopes, and the plans for their future together. It was a future that had been abruptly halted, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a profound sense of loss. He remembered the day they met, the spark that ignited between them, the instant connection, and the realization that they had found something truly special. As he pondered over these memories, a wave of sadness washed over him. There were moments of happiness, of shared dreams and aspirations, and the warmth of their love. But there were also times of heartache, of longing, and the pain of separation. He felt the weight of their lost love, the dreams that had been shattered, and the paths that had diverged. Yet, amidst the sadness, there was a glimmer of hope. The memories became a source of strength, reminding him of the beauty that had once been theirs and the love that had bound them together. He realized that although their paths had diverged, their connection would forever remain a part of his story. As the years passed, the memories faded, yet her love endured. The box of letters became a treasured possession, a symbol of a love that had defied the odds and stood the test of time. And so he lived his life carrying the weight of her love, the memory of their shared past, and the hope of one day reuniting in a realm where love knows no bounds.